I have a second channel, cubecompmtdx. Hey everybody. So I want to take a moment to give you guys an update on what's going on here. So I'm in the future room of where many computer tech videos will be shot for Computer Channel. This is the new office or computer room, whatever you want to call it, in the new home. So in case you have not been watching my updates over on cubecompmtdx, feel free to go over to cubecompmtdx and check that out. I'll put a link up here, so feel free to go check out the channel. And if you're not subscribed, go and subscribe and tick the bell to get notified of all updates. So the home is coming along a little at a time. I had no idea. Like I said, I had no idea that the project would last this long. Just put in perspective, this started really got going late March into early April, because that was the time I really had to wind down on shooting videos for the channel and get ready to pack up and move out of the old single wide that was on this lot. And even during that time period, before then, I was still busy. I mean, just to give you an example, the first time I looked at this home up in its former location was right around the end of February. And since then, during those first few weeks, it was lots and lots of research, figuring out what I need to do to file building permits and all that good stuff. It's been quite a hassle. Not something I ever want to do again, to be honest with you. But it's going to definitely work out in the long run once everything's done. Once everything's done, it's going to be a lot nicer compared to what I had. The only thing that sucks is I'm going to have a house payment again, but oh well. So I just got finished going through some videos, getting them ready to post to the channel. I'll upload those after I get this posted. It's just a couple of things over the past several months. Matter of fact, I got one video I'm going to post of servicing a iBuyPower PC that had a failed solid state drive. The thing was probably less than a year old. So, I imagine y'all might be wondering, how long is it going to be till I'm in the home? As I've said on cubecompmtdx, at least in more recent videos, I can't give a definite answer because, to be honest, right now I am mainly focusing on things I need to get done in order to close out the building permit and get the certificate of occupancy. Because without the certificate of occupancy, I can't legally live here. While the house pretty much looks livable on the inside, I mean, it is. I got electricity, I got water, I got heat and air. The place is livable. But, for example, if you look out here, there's no deck. So my decks need to be done, but first I gotta get the brick underpinning work done. The home, I guess the crawl space, what do you want to call it, under the home, is still exposed. There's no skirting or underpinning yet. That's coming hopefully this week. Me and my mom actually tomorrow are going to be mixing and pouring concrete to fill in this big footing out here. This is going to be where the front porch is going to be. Decided to get that brick underpin. So it's going to be pretty nice when it's done. Like I say, I'm hoping to get the brick underpinning done maybe this week, next week. And once that's done, then I can focus on the decks. 2 out of the 3 decks, the actual decks themselves, are already together. The front deck, which is going to be, of course, front deck, it came with this home. I'm reusing the front deck that came with the home. And the former front porch off the single wide, y'all may recognize it on cubecompmtdx. It's going on the side of this house, and it's either going to be enclosed or it's going to be an open deck. I'm still on the fence about that. I'm leaning toward it being an open porch. Like I say, you'll need to go over to cubecompmtdx to really get more details on that. Of course, it's dark, so you can't really see outside that good right now if I was to shoot a video outdoors. But two things that seem like they could be done in a weekend. Not as simple. I mean, the back deck has to be built from scratch. And really, if I'm going to do a porch out here, it needs to span across these 3 back doors. So the good thing is I got pretty much all the lumber from the home's former back deck. Yeah, me and my parents had to demolish or dismantle the back deck. Like, we didn't tear it apart, we took it apart. So we have all like the individual boards and pieces that would of course be used to put it back together, but going to do things a little differently here. So this is the back door to the tech room or office. I'm gonna have, my plan is to have like a little catwalk from this door over to the center where it opens up to a bigger deck. So this house, when it was in its former location, had a 34-foot by 10-foot back deck. Massive. It was massive. And it wasn't, and the issue with it was obviously it couldn't be moved in one piece. We had to tear it down. We had to dismantle it. The other thing is, when they attached it to the house band or rim joist, they didn't put any flashing there. So guess what happened? Rot. Yes, rot. So I just spent $2,000 having that fixed. Yeah, the rim joist, having that all replaced. And in a way, I think that was kind of a high price, but it's done. So, anyways, and there's a couple other little issues with the home, like the home in this cavity for the fireplace has had some water damage over the years. The roof has a small leak, and that's got to be fixed. The thing is, it's very likely the people who sold us the home had no idea about it. Literally, they bought this property in January of this year. They bought the property in January of this year with intentions of flipping the property into something else, and as part of that, they wanted to sell and get rid of this double wide. And I tell you, getting an existing home like this, an existing manufactured home, having it broke down and moved and set back up, there aren't really, at least in this area, there aren't really any companies that handle every little thing. You gotta hire a company that handles the breakdown and setup, the basic setup, and you gotta hire or do the work yourself as far as the electrical, mechanical, and plumbing goes, and other miscellaneous work like the decks and things like that. Whereas if you was to buy a brand new manufactured home, they typically handle everything for you. So, and that's something I'm going to talk about over on cubecompmtdx once I'm moved back into the house. I'm going to put together like a video just talking about everything from the beginning to the end. Because I tell you, when you see these homes on the internet, my mom actually found this one on Craigslist. And you see the prices they're asking for the home, and you're thinking, oh, I don't know, like you're thinking, wow, $25,000, $30,000 for a house, that's a steal. Well, that don't include the cost of having it moved and set up. So, like for example, the house, this home, as it sat, with the condition of being moved off the property, was $35,000. The cost of having it moved and set up, easily another $25,000, $30,000. So it's that, like I said, I'm gonna do a video about that once I get settled back in. But anyways, I'm just doing little fiddly stuff right now. Matter of fact, tonight I'm over here running one more Ethernet cable. I've wired this place for Ethernet pretty much every room in the home that had a cable TV line, replace it with an Ethernet line. And it's Cat 5. No, it ain't Cat 6. Yeah, it's probably dated. It might be obsolete. But I had a giant spool of this Cat 5e in here. I've been using it. I've been building cables off of it for the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. Matter of fact, I bought that box of Ethernet cable, bulk Ethernet cable, back when I was living with my parents. So that was 2016 or before. So, and I only gave like $45 for it, and it's been decent cable. Matter of fact, some of this cable I'm reusing. Some of the cable I pulled out of the single wide before it was moved. Matter of fact, the morning it was being moved, when I salvaged it. But I just got to run one more Ethernet line from this room to this bedroom. Of course, for the TV box that'll be in here. Got an Ethernet, no, excuse me, got a coax cable coming out of the floor there. I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything with that or not. I might run an Ethernet cable there just for the heck of it. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything. So, in case y'all have not seen the home, you really, like I say, you really ought to go over to the other channel and check out some videos about it. So this is what I had here was a 2-bed, 2-bath, 1982 model Oakwood single wide, manufactured late 1981. And it was, it's seen its better days. Of course, old single wides, they weren't that great. I mean, it was like 910 square feet, I think it was, total. 2-bed, 2-bath. And it's funny that, so this home here, it's a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1988 Oakwood. This home was made by the same manufacturer, came out of the same factory as a single wide that I had. And this thing, I believe it was a custom order, because I mean, normally when you sell like a trailer or a mobile home or manufactured home, you're used to seeing the batten strips and stuff on the wall. You're used to seeing just the construction of the home, especially an older one like this. You're used to seeing like press board, particle board, flooring, decking. This thing, at first I thought the thing was just totally remodeled on the inside. Matter of fact, I think some of the people actually thought that the siding on this thing, the thing has cedar siding. Some people actually thought that was an addition, that was a renovation. But it turns out, the conclusion that me and the mobile home movers came down to was it was built this way. It was custom ordered this way. It has OSB flooring all throughout the home. It was, and what's crazy is after after we purchased the home and got it moved, of course, as I mentioned earlier in this video, my mom was the one who found it on Craigslist. At least in regards to some of the issues that we found with the home. I mean, it's had a few little issues. I guess I can say it's a good thing we didn't find those problems, because, at least at first, because we probably would have turned down we probably wouldn't have bought the place. Matter of fact, back in, what was it? Yeah, March. At first, I said, you know what, I'm not going to get it. But then for a week I was thinking, and matter of fact, the people who were selling the home, they already had an offer for somebody else, but they still decided to hold off and let me decide. Because I'll be honest with you, when you find existing manufactured homes for sale like this that have to be moved off the property, it's a very competitive market. It's actually kind of like the housing market today, or at least how it's been this year, where you're fighting with, like if you was to buy a property, you're usually fighting with corporations who have deep pockets and are willing to. You're basically, it's like a bidding war. This one kind of was, but these things usually they sell super quick. And a lot of times they're fixer-uppers. Now, this in a way was a little bit of a fixer-upper. It did have some underlying issues with the structural, the rim joist in the back was rotted pretty bad from the former back deck. And of course, the water leak behind this wall in the fireplace cavity. It also had a couple of leaks in the plumbing, both in the supply lines, and this bathtub in this bathroom had a drain leak. So it did have some issues that need to be addressed, but they've been addressed. The only real issue with this home that needs to be addressed is that right there, and I'm going to put at least a temporary Band-Aid on that. I got to get up there on the roof and apply some roof cement around the shingles in that one spot. It's a spot. It's literally right up inside there, and but yeah, it's stuff like that. It was hidden. It was hidden. That's kind of the thing you run into when you're buying a house, not just something like this, but just a house in general. Any house, a lot of time, is going to have its issues that have to be addressed. But I still think in the end this is going to be great. So as far as this room goes, so the single wide I lived in, it was 65 feet long by 14 feet wide. This place is about, I'm going to say roughly 56 by 26. It measures about 57 feet long by about 26 and a half feet wide. So each half is about 13 and a quarter feet roughly. And let's say minus the walls, you got about 13 feet. Now I got measurements on my phone, but I'm shooting video with my phone, so I can't really go and look. But I can definitely tell you that as far as this room goes, definitely got more space. And I'm super excited about that, because a single wide, I was using the second bedroom in the single wide as my computer shop. And what's nice is this is a 3-bed, 2-bath, so I'm actually using one of the bedrooms as my office. And the crazy thing is, I actually technically have to call this my office because the septic system on this property was designed for a 2-bedroom home. But anyway, so let's say for example, this is the front bedroom in a single wide. You had the door right here. You walk in. You had the little closet right here. Your little closet right there. And over here you had that little corner bathroom and a shower right here. So although this room is kind of similar in square footage, I'd say, to that front bedroom in a single wide, this one don't have that bathroom sitting in here. So got a lot more space, and let alone, look at this giant walk-in closet. Lots of space to store my junk now. And if I run out of room in this one, at least for the time being, it gets better. So we'll walk in this room. I got another giant walk-in closet. Yeah, guys, look at that. Yeah, buddy. Lots and lots of room to store my junk now. Yeah, I'm excited. But so this has been going on, as I mentioned, since March, April, roughly. I moved out of the single wide first or second week of April. And like I say, it's just like, as far as doing computer videos, it's been not so easy. I did that one. So the video I'm uploading here soon about the iBuy power system, repairing that on my parents' dining room table, yeah, that was an adventure. Because for the first time in 5 years, I've had to work around. Of course, now let me rephrase that. So when I was living with my parents back in 2016, and of course I was doing my videos out of my bedroom, so that's a little different. But I wasn't going to set up shop in my bedroom because because of the sheer amount of stuff I have, it would have been such a pain to set up and take down all that stuff. And really, to be honest, just simply haven't had the time to do the videos because of working on this place. I mean, obviously, my priorities are getting this thing done so I can move back in over here. But when I shot that video of the iBuy Power, that was fixing a computer for a customer I've done business for about 7 years. So I definitely want to take care of them. But shooting that video, it was crazy because my mom was in and out of the kitchen. The kitchen was right behind where I was shooting the video, so it wasn't quite so easy to shoot the video. I had to hold off and wait till, let's say, my parents were at work, and that was back when I was back when my work was still on mostly working from home. I was going in like 2 days a week. Now I'm going in 4 or 5 days a week. So yeah, work. Yeah, I work at a community college, and of course the college was closed to mostly closed to on-campus instruction for roughly a year because of the COVID pandemic. That this summer we went back to campus and started getting everything ready, and the college this summer, at least our department, was ordering stuff left and right. We were, yeah, it was a busy summer. So anyways, I know this video has no script, I'm just talking. But so here it is, nearing the end of September. As I mentioned, the brick underpinning, that's got to get done before I can do the decks. So I'm thinking the brick underpinning would only take maybe a few days tops. At least I'm hoping anyway. I'm hoping it might get done this coming week. Because once that's done, then I can focus on the decks. But see, the thing that has held up this project so much is getting people lined up. Because everybody's schedules were just, a lot of people are booked. It's quite simply, most people are booked. And if it weren't for this rim joist back here, and of course the footing out front, but the rim joist had a big part of it. If that wasn't an issue, I could have. There's a chance I could have already had this thing brick underpinned. And because of my work schedule being busy, I haven't had so much time to really work on the place. And it's just, oh man, it's just, the feeling of your life being put on pause for 5 months is just, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. I knew it wasn't going to be easy. I'll give you that. I knew it was not going to be easy. But so that being said, the brick underpinning, once that's done, I can focus on the decks, and as long as the person I have lined up for that is able to work a schedule in a decent amount of time and help me get these decks done, then I can request my final inspection and my zoning inspection, and provided I get through those smoothly, once I get the CO, I'll be able to start moving back in. I'm really hoping I'll be at least living here in a month. Now, living here doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be ready to get back to normal, because there's going to be little things I got to get done, like mudding this drywall here between the halves, and a couple little spots where the drywall had cracked due to the move. Just little things like that, and just simply getting moved back in. I remember back in 2016, moving into a single wide, it was a little bit of a process for sure. But the difference there was we bought the single wide, this property with the single wide trailer that was on it, bought the place in August. The difference then was the place wasn't, it didn't have an occupancy hold on it, meaning I could move my stuff in, my furniture, my belongings. I could go and start moving stuff in. So once I actually moved in, it was very straightforward. It was, there wasn't too much involved there. And also back then I was working part-time, so I had more time available to actually work on moving in. But now, due to the place having an occupancy hold, I can't move my furniture, and that's why the home is empty. So that's why, that's why this house is empty, because with the exception of a few little things that are related to facilitate working on the home. Yeah, I tell you, it kind of sucks, really, because if it weren't for the CO hold, I'd at least have my belongings in here, and I'll have to pay over $200 a month for a 1-800 pack rat storage unit that's sitting just right out there. So my stuff, even though I got a house here that has plenty of room, inside the home, minus some cosmetic stuff, minus some cosmetic stuff, I could easily be storing stuff in here. I could have my furniture moved in and ready to go, but no. You can't do that with unless you have your certificate of occupancy. So yeah, it's definitely been crazy. So once I get moved in, I gotta get settled in, get this room ready to go, and of course I'll try to get some videos in here and there. But a lot of stuff might be over on cubecompmtdx unless it's a tech video. But anyways, that is an update on things. I know it's been a while since I've posted videos, and I appreciate your patience and loyalty during this whole thing. Like I say, when this project got started, I was anticipating being back in here probably in July. But July? That's long past. Here it is, near the end of September, and I'm still working on this thing. So anyways, hope y'all enjoyed this update video. Thanks for watching. Well, everybody, that's it for this video, but don't forget there's a lot more interesting stuff on the channel to check out. Also, if this is your first time visiting this channel, feel free to subscribe to keep your channel, and also don't forget to tick the bell so that way you'll get notified of new video posts. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, but if you really didn't like it, there is the alternative option available as well. Also, feel free to check out my second channel, cubecompmtdx. There you'll find videos about bicycling, weather, elevator tours, and all sorts of other neat, interesting stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to come back, and thank you for your support.